Heather Yourex-West is in the provincial capital. Heather.
Donna, the Premier says back-to-work legislation will be introduced next week. The nearly month-long strike has been hard on parents, students, and teachers. But to the teachers gathered here, the prospect of being forced back to work is deeply disappointing.
Your ticket's been scanned?
Wearing red with painted signs, teachers from across the province boarded Edmonton-bound buses Thursday morning, anxious to make their voices heard.
Well, my classroom conditions are just like every other teacher's classroom conditions, over full with 30 plus students per class.
Just take care of kids, take care of the class sizes. You know, it's worse than they're pretending it is.
51,000 teachers in Alberta's public, Catholic and francophone school systems have been off the job since October 6th, looking for better wages, smaller class sizes, and more support for students with complex needs. The Premier says unless the union agrees to have teachers return to class next week and begin enhanced mediation talks, back-to-work legislation will be introduced Monday.
They've got 72 hours to come in and find a different way to get the kids back in class and work with us on enhanced mediation. And barring that, this is kind of the last resort.
Single mom Sunny Petrakis says while she supports teachers, she'd welcome anything, including back-to-work legislation, if it would see schools open next week.
All I can hear from everyone is that parents just want their kids back in class, whether it's, one person needs to negotiate more than the other is irrelevant at this point for me. I just want my kid back in school.
Teachers say they're anxious to go back to work too, but not if classroom conditions aren't set to change.
Because then all of this was for what? And I feel that a lot of people also feel that they've had lots of opportunities to come back and bargain in good faith, and they just have not done that. And so it's very frustrating, I think, for all of us.
The Alberta Teachers Association says if a back-to-work legislation is tabled next week, it will consider all of its legal options in response. But judging from the size of this crowd and the emotions on display, the anger and frustration of teachers isn't something that can be legislated away. Donna?
All right, Heather Yourex-West in Edmonton, thanks.